meet at UFC 199, it will be the unofficial third fight between them. And for these two men, who have a feud dating back to 2012, there is something sweet about facing a hated rival.
I learned with Bisping, you can't shut the guy up for good.
I'm going to beat him to the punch, I'm going to beat him to the kick. You know, I'm going to be too fast for him, too conditioned. I'm going to be able to stop everything he attempts.
My goal, last time, I probably shut him up for a week. This time, I'm going to shoot for 2 weeks.
Every fight's different. Every fight is different. He knows this, I know this. Okay, so in my mind, we're 1-1. I'm a way better fighter. All I've got to do is go out there and execute perfectly, and that's what I will do.
But the stakes of this fight are much greater. For Luke Rockhold, it is the first title defense of what he expects to be a long reign as champion.
We gotta make him gritty.
And for Michael Bisping,
I'm gonna do a 2-week camp every time.
who won the Ultimate Fighter almost 10 years ago to the day, this fight is about realizing his full potential and achieving what he set out to do many years ago.
My entire life has been building to this moment. I've always loved to fight. Nothing gets me more excited than fighting. It's always been the way. When I was 7, 8 years old in the playground, I wanted to fight everybody, all the bigger kids. I love fighting. I'm born to fight. It is my destiny to be the UFC World Champion, and I will do that on June the 4th.
Bisping thinks this is going to be his fairy tale. I will have none of that. This will be his swan song. I do not believe in destiny. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to knock this man out in the first round. There's going to be no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm going to knock him out clean. And it's going to be something special.
The injury bug strikes again. This time, it's Chris Weidman, who is out of the middleweight title fight against Luke Rockhold. Originally set the headline UFC 199, June 4th.
Instantly, I was like, oh, really? So I immediately text Dana White. I said, listen, you know where I am.
And so it was. Less than 3 weeks before UFC 199, it was announced that Michael Bisping, not Chris Weidman, would challenge Luke Rockhold for the middleweight title.
It's been a long time coming in. I've been pushing and pulling this dream.
It excites me a bit more. Bisping comes with it, he talks it up.
There's an idiot called Luke Rockhold. You call me out. If you want to do it, let's dance.
There's Weidman where you almost feel sorry for. And there's Bisping you just get excited for.
The two men have a long-standing rivalry dating back several years.
Mate, there's more fight and more will to win in me than you will ever understand and know anything about.
And in late 2014, Rockhold got the better of Bisping in Sydney, Australia. At UFC 199, they will go again, this time for a championship belt.
I'll fight you at 1 day's notice, buddy. 2 weeks is too long. I'll fight you right now.
This will mark Bisping's first chance at a world title after a decade of fighting in the UFC.
Everything's happening for a reason. I do believe that this is my destiny. The universe is pulling it all together. I really do. I'm going to go out there like a wild man, swing for his chin, and I will connect.
As much as I admire his courage, I despise him as a person. I cannot wait to go in there and shut his mouth.
Explore the history of these hated rivals
And I say he's got bad taste, and he needs to pay for it.
as they prepare for the rematch.
I'm going to go beat Sounds good to me.
With the UFC middleweight belt on the line.
I'm going to beat Luke Rockhold. I'm going to get my revenge. And after a decade in the UFC, I'm going to get my well-deserved world title.
It's his destiny, right? That's what he calls it. It's his destiny is to be my...
This is UFC 199 Countdown. Leading into Luke Rockhold's UFC 194 title fight, from the outside, it may have looked like the deck was stacked against him. He would be facing the champion Chris Weidman, undefeated in mixed martial arts competition. A man who had quality wins over Anderson Silva.
Oh my, he got hit! He has done it!
Lyoto Machida.
Still!
Vitor Belfort.
Vitor in all kinds of trouble!
Legends of the sport. But Rockhold's confidence was unwavering.
Weidman had fought some tough guys, but he never fought anybody like myself. Someone as dynamic as I am and as well-rounded as I am.
Confidence is everything. Confidence is relaxation. That's the difference between me and Weidman. I'm not scared of him. I'm not worried about what he's gonna do. I'm worried about what I'm gonna do. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to go take this belt.
We welcome you inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena. This is UFC 194. The hard left kick of Rockhold is one of his best weapons.
He felt a bit slow off the bat. I loaded up on my first shot, and he got to my back.
Weidman's got his back. Weidman's got his back. Standing on him with his back.
The moment he jumped on my back and put his hooks in and didn't try to wrestle me in his one advantage he should have had in the fight, I then, at that moment, knew that I had him.
Oh, right hook. He hurt him. Now Rockhold with a punch and strike. Swarming on Weidman. Again with a heavy kick. Oh, look at that. Went for a wheel kick.
For Weidman to throw the spinning back kick was pretty laughable. Obviously, he's not capable of it, and I made him pay for it.
Oh, my God. Final seconds of the round. What does it take to stop a fight? Wow. That easily could have been stopped.
It was a tough situation. What's going on? Are they going to stop the fight? I thought I just won the world title. So a lot of emotions are running through you at that time. And then everyone clears out and Weidman's still standing there. And I took a big gasp and I was like, crap, here we go again.
Look at this. Incredible. Who's ever done that to Weidman? Rockhold continuing to punish Weidman. That's it. That's it. We got a new champion. Luke Rockhold is the new UFC middleweight champion of the world. Wow.
Rockhold's decisive victory over the sitting champion was impressive. But because of Weidman's remarkable resume, he remained the #1 contender, and the two men were booked to roll it back at UFC 199. It was right back into camp for Luke Rockhold, now the UFC middleweight champion.
I felt great. I felt sharp. I knew where I was at.
Okay, here we go.
Obviously, I've been in there with Weidman. I knew exactly how I needed to fight, what I needed to do.
But less than 3 weeks before UFC 199, the main event would get a major overhaul.
The injury bug strikes again. This time, it's Chris Weidman, who is out of the middleweight title fight against Luke Rockhold, originally set to headline UFC 199 June 4th.
Go.
Nice.
It's unfortunate. Weidman fell out. Wish him the best, but it would have been a lot worse for him if he stepped in the cage with me.
It was just a matter of who was qualified and could step up on just a few weeks' notice to fight Rockhold for the title. And that was a very short list. One option was Michael Bisping. He and Rockhold had a feud dating back to their fight in 2014.
Luke Rockhold with a one-arm mounted guillotine.
The other option was Jacare Souza, who Rockhold defeated back in 2011 for the Strikeforce title. Souza had won 9 out of his last 10 and was coming off an impressive victory down in Brazil against top contender Vitor Belfort.
Jacare Souza by TKO.
But Jacare was nursing injuries sustained in the Belfort fight on May 14th, leaving the door open for Michael Bisping.
Jacare, doesn't he have a suspension? Because, like, isn't there an automatic suspension or something that happens?
Yeah, he has a
fight?
problem that he has no balls, is what it is.
Is that the medical term?
Well, he's having his balls realigned, nothing to do with his knee. I've got injuries all over my body right now. This isn't a perfect world. If you wait for the perfect scenario, it never comes. They had to go to a real man, somebody with real balls, somebody that wants this fight, that they knew wouldn't turn it down. Look no further than myself.
If anyone knows about how rare title shots can be, it's Michael Bisping. He has been a perennial contender in the middleweight division for most of the past decade, but never had the chance until now to fight for a UFC belt.
I've been in the UFC now for over a decade. 25 fights, fought all over the world.
Great cardio, combinations, complete goes down.
I've had the most victories in UFC middleweight history. I hold the record for the most significant strikes landed in history.
It's the Michael Bisping we have known since 2006.
I just beat Anderson Silva, the greatest of all time.
Anderson goes down for a second. Michael's pouring under pressure.
The only person to beat me in the last few years is the champion, Luke Rockhold. I've wanted a rematch with this guy for a long time, and here I am. I finally got my title shot.
Doesn't matter who steps up to the plate. Weidman would have got his. Jacare would have got his. Bisping's gonna get his. Round 2 for everybody. They can all come get it, and I'll get sent back down.
The middleweight champion Luke Rockhold from the Bay Area and his new opponent. Mike, was there any hesitation in taking this bout?
No, absolutely not. There's nothing about Luke that scares me, so why would I hesitate? Not for 1 second. I'm taking this fight, yes, on short notice, but that doesn't matter. I hit as hard and as fast in the first week of camp as I do in the last week of camp. All the pressure is on him. I'm winning this fight. I'm taking that belt.
Rockhold, what do you have to say about that?
It's his destiny, right? That's what he calls it. It's his destiny is to be my...
You've got nothing going on between your ears, buddy. You've got all the pressure on you. You're the guy that's supposed to be the big, swinging...
Tell me, keep telling me.
Don't expect that same performance. Don't come in too overconfident, pal, because I'll make you pay for it.
The middleweight championship bout between Luke Rockhold and Michael Bisping at UFC 199 will technically be their second fight, with Rockhold owning the sole win. But if you ask the two men, this fight is more like an unofficial third. And if you ask Bisping, the score is 1-1.
My history with Bisping started at a random sparring session we had when I was on some travels.
Now, he was the Strikeforce champion at the time, and I was a middleweight contender in the UFC.
Okay, here we go.
Bisping was looking for a sparring partner. I was in between fights and kind of out of shape.
Don't tell me that we weren't serious about that sparring session. It wasn't like in a room where a bunch of people are all sparring each other. It was me versus him in a sparring match. And I wiped the floor with him, and he knows it. And he hasn't even denied it. What he did was make so many excuses. Oh, I was partying, I was drinking red wine, I had a late night with a girl.
That's it.
Like the fool he is, he ran his mouth, saying he beat me in sparring and this and that.
And he got his knickers in a twist and started talking crazy. But there's the facts. I whooped his ass, 1-0 to me.
And that just teed up the opportunity to get that fight and shut his mouth.
Time. Good job. That was a championship performance.
For the next 2 years, though Rockhold and Bisping were taking on different opponents, the story of what happened that day in sparring lit the fuse.
That'll do it! Luke Rockhold delivers!
I want to get a title shot, and I'll go through anybody I have to get that, especially Michael Bisping, actually. That'd be nice.
And neither man could keep the other's name out of his mouth.
When Luke Rockhold has finished making a douchebag out of himself and hanging out at pool parties, if he wants to get back to business and step into the octagon, I'm the man for the job.
Bisping's the guy that just, he opened his mouth, still running it. So I'd love to shut him up for good.
If that lanky streak of piss wants to get it on, I have no problem.
Oh! Cutley goes down!
There's an idiot called Luke Rockhold who doesn't stop talking about me. I think he has the hots for me, to be honest. Luke Rockhold, you call me out. If you want to do it, let's dance. Here I am.
Eventually, the hatred between the two men boiled over and forced the UFC's hand. Rockhold and Bisping were scheduled to fight in November 2014 in Sydney, Australia.
Every time I'm near him, you know, he starts talking crap.
You guys be actually knocking the floor.
Plenty. What? Many.
Never seen it.
During the pre-fight build-up, they would now be face-to-face.
The build-up with Bisping, he just has this look on his face that just pisses you off. And he's so brash and so loud and just such an annoying bastard.
Incidentally, I get paid 4 or 5 times more than you. There's a reason why that is.
There's not a lot of people I don't like. Michael Bisping is at the top of that list.
I don't know why you're so confident, boy. I'm gonna smash your ass. I'm here to take care of business, show these good people a great fight, and knock this wanker out in the process.
Michael the Count Bisping, one of the very best strikers in the game. He's a great showman too, and that's been ever present in the lead up to this fight. Luke Rockhold can finish a fight at any time in any range. It's difficult to find holes in Rockhold's game. Bisping, that movement and outputs so evident throughout his career.
Bisping he's an annoying fighter. Just like he is outside the cage, he's annoying as hell. He's annoying in the cage. He's got all these weird movements, and he can frustrate you if you let him.
Very unorthodox movement, Bisping. It's very unusual head movement.
You just got to stay composed, stay relaxed, and pick your shots.
Oh, it's a good straight left from Rockhold. Caught Bisping as he was stepping in there.
I know his strength. I know what he feels like. I felt his power. All of these things, you know, and to be honest, none of it scares me.
Big searching shot there from Rockhold.
He says he's not a wrestler, but in the first round, when he couldn't get near me and he couldn't land a glove on me, all of a sudden, he turns into a wrestler. Luke just won't shut up, and now we're gonna fight.
You don't fight the best.
Are you not the best? I fought you twice.
And you lost.
Not every time, Dom. Check the record, bud.
Listen, I'll knock that smug look off your face, son. I'm gonna beat him to the punch, and my hand will be raised.
I will stop Michael Bisping, and he's gonna be on the floor.
Faber, he's just trash to me.
I'm gonna whoop you, dude.
You're out of your
I'm
mind.
built for battle.
I'm a better fighter.
You fool.
Come get it and see what you're made of.
The injury bug strikes again. This time, it's Chris Weidman.
What's up, guys?
Good afternoon. I'm Nick Spampanato, Senior Vice President of the West Coast and General Manager of the Fabulous Forum. I'd like to welcome you to the press conference for UFC's 199 Rockhold vs. Bisping 2. Today, you'll be hearing from Dana White, Luke Rockhold, Michael Bisping, Dominic Cruz, and Uriah Faber. These men represent a remarkable list of the best of MMA, a list certainly befitting of this momentous occasion at the Fabulous Forum. Our venue is a rich combat sports history dating back to 1968. Boxing, kickboxing, freestyle wrestling have all been held here. To date, the building has hosted over 400 fights and welcomed over 2 million fans. Many fight legends, Muhammad Ali, Ken Norton, Oscar De La Hoya, Tommy Hearns, and many, many more have battled at the Forum over the last 50 years. Since we reopened in 2014, we've seen some outstanding fights here. Juan Manuel Marquez continued his undefeated run over Mike Alvarado. We hosted 2 electrifying Gennady Triple G Golovkin fights. But even with all this history and the epic toe-to-toe battles that took place here, we've been missing just one thing, and that thing is the UFC. Saturday's fight marks the first UFC event in these hallowed halls, and we couldn't be more proud to have you all here for this important night. Before I conclude, I'd like to wish best of luck to Luke, Michael, Dominic, and Uriah, and introduce UFC President Dana White.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out today. We appreciate it. UFC 199 takes place this Saturday, June 4th, obviously here at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Headline with these 2 fights, 2 title fights. I know we've been keeping you waiting here for a minute, so let's get it going. Who has the first question? Raise your hand. They'll give you a microphone. Right here, my man up front. Oh, no, somebody's already set up? We'll get to you next, sir. Sorry.
For Michael first, you said last night on FS1 that it was actually Luke that turned down the fight with Jacare, not the other way around. I just want to know if you could explain that.
Yeah, so a source very close to the UFC that shall remain nameless gave me some information. Luke says that he's on a different level to everybody else and that he's by far the best fighter and he can destroy anybody and this, that, and the other. Well, if that is the case, then it turns out that he's a liar because the guy has a bit of vagina inside him because he turned down Ronaldo Jacare, whatever his name is. He turned the fight down. I didn't turn this fight down. 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours. I don't care. I'll take on anyone, anytime, any place. Certainly this asshole.
Luke, can you clarify that?
I chose you. I said I wanted Bisping.
You chose wrong.
I chose you. 2 weeks notice.
So you did turn down Jacare.
2 weeks notice.
You did turn down Jacare because you're not denying that.
I didn't turn down Jacare. I said I chose you.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you chose me. Well, you chose wrong, like I said.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm stepping up. I'm walking off a movie set. I'm going to whoop your ass,
short
mate, in
arms
front of the world.
and
How's
doesn't
that
speak
going to
English,
feel?
can't pay the bill.
Enjoy that belt. Polish it real good.
Fortunately, a clown like you will pay the bill.
Okay, buddy.
And then, just for Dana, this event is the first time that California is instituting their new weight cutting rules. I just wanted to see, what do you think of that, and do you think weight cutting is an issue in the sport?
Yeah, obviously we're 100% supportive of it. You know, we're behind this thing, and this is going to be like a trial run to see how this works. I think it's exciting for the fighters. They get to weigh in at 10 o'clock in the morning instead of sitting around all day till 4. So yeah, we're going to try it and see how it works out. I'm just a little worried that, you know, going that early, like I'll do the hardest cut ever and just only have to go till 10 and not 4. So I mean, there's no system is perfect. There's going to be flaws and everything, but we're going to give this a shot. Yeah. Hey, what's up,
This
buddy?
is for Uriah. How you doing, guys? Uriah, why is this a time for you to be champion?
You know, it's been my time for a long time. I'm one of the rare guys in this sport after 13 years in a decorated wrestling career that has been at the top of my game my entire career. So, you know, competing against the best, multiple weight classes. I fought guys that are Hall of Famers at both divisions. I'm in every single fight. I've only lost to a handful of guys, and they've all got a story. You know, it's a tough way to make a living, the fight game, and I'm great at it. This is the best I've ever felt. This is the most established my team has been. It's the most established I've felt, the most settled, the best training camp I've ever had. I mean, all things are firing correctly, and if you look at the last fight, 2011, between Dominic and I beat him up. He did not beat me up. It's comical the way this guy talks. It's almost like, you know, he's become such an analyst. He just looks at the wins and the losses. He put this highlight video on his Instagram. It was the most pitiful thing I've seen in my life. I'm like, that's your freaking highlight video, dude? Why would you? I would hide that. You want to see my highlight video? It's me punching him in the face and him hitting the ground, and then him trying to get takedowns that were half-ass takedowns. Like, I'm gonna whoop this dude. It's gonna be ugly.
Emotions are clearly at play between you two guys, and I'm just wondering from both of you, I mean, will that enter the octagon, and how does that influence the outcome, if it does, or when it does?
I love the emotions in this thing. I mean, this is an emotional sport, and, you know, I've always talked about some of my favorite fighters like Nick Diaz. He comes in there and he's cussing and he's getting in people's face. I come in, I'm smiling, saying hi to my mom, but in my head, you don't want to know the things I'm saying about the guy I'm going to fight. I'm insulted that they're in there trying to beat me up. And that's the mentality I have. I always have high energy, but there's a little more edge on this one, and I'm going to smack this dude around. It's going to be ugly.
He's going to miss a lot. That's what's going to happen, just like everybody else I fight. He can try to be as tough and as strong as he thinks he is, but he'll miss. And
watch our fights, dude. I've never missed.
You miss a lot, man.
I miss
landing at under 30% of anything you throw and throwing minimal strikes, one at a time, not combinations, not moving forward.
Who cares what the...
You survived that fight by moving backwards.
Survive?
Take a step forward, man. Come forward at me.
All right,
bring it.
We'll
Let's
see.
go. Bring
Watch
it.
the fight again, Mr. Analyst.
You watch it, man.
I
beat you for a reason. I have
the
this
first
belt
time
and
we
you
fought,
don't for a
I
reason.
caught you with the right hand, then I caught you with
I
the
beat
knee.
you unanimously.
You go for a takedown, you get choked.
What are you
the
talking
second
about?
fight?
What are you talking about,
The
man?
second fight,
You're out of
I
your
rocked
mind.
you 3 times and I can't find your chin. Are you kidding me?
You didn't rock me 3 times. These are all your own assessments of what happened in that fight.
Watch the fight. Everybody at home watch the fight
You're completely delusional about everything. That's how you get through. You don't talk about what you do wrong. You only talk about what you think you do right.
Oh, let me talk about what I do wrong. That's a great way of thinking about things.
Yeah, well, that's why you no, you don't. You have excuses for the things you're not good at. You have nothing but excuses, and you're gonna have more excuses after I beat you tomorrow.
Sweet. Not going to happen. It's Saturday anyways.
Yeah,
I know you're nervous.
Saturday.
Hey, guys.
I know you're nervous.
Ron Crook with Inside MMA. A question to begin with for both Dominic Cruz and Uriah Faber. There's been some great rivalries throughout MMA history. Couture, Liddell, you've got GSP, Hughes, whoever else. This has been going on for almost a decade between you two. What, and we'll begin with Dominic, makes this rivalry so intense in your opinion?
I think it comes down to basically just the opposite ways of thinking. I attack the things and admit the things that I need to fix, and he makes excuses for the things that he's not good at and needs to fix. every 8 losses that he has, the times he has been knocked out, he's trying to hold his thumb up like he wasn't knocked out or had some excuse for why he lost.
I can't
Here we
hide
are
from
again.
the reality. I was holding my thumb up. Sorry for trying to show that I'm okay.
Yeah, if
Man,
you're okay with your face dragging off the mat while Barrow's knocking you out, that's okay. While Tyson Griffin knocks you out, while Jose Aldo kicks your leg off, you're not okay in any of those things, man.
Dominic, you fought
You're lucky
21
that
times.
those people.
You haven't fought one of the guys that I've lost to.
So
not
what?
one.
Who cares?
So
I'm
what do you
beating
mean,
the top
so
5
what?
guys to have the belt. The belt is why
the top
we
5
fight.
guys.
The belt is the pinnacle of the division. You haven't gotten near it. You've lost every time.
This is comedy. The fact that I've fought twice as much as you in around the same amount of time, and you keep talking about my losses. You haven't fought one of the guys that I've lost to, and you go to a decision every time. It's a coin toss.
I haven't fought the guys you're fighting because I fight the top 2.
Your luck has been pretty good. It's going to be
I
bad,
fight the top
though.
2. My luck's been
The
good.
top 2, Mizugaki.
My luck's good. Yeah, that's after
Demetrius
3.5 years.
Johnson's
I faced a
125
top 5 guy
pounder.
on a 6-fight win streak.
Demetrius Johnson,
While you
TJ
ran from
Dillashaw?
TJ Dillashaw while I was gone for
Dude,
4 years. Where were you on
I'm
that
a
one?
loyal person.
Oh, come
Guys,
on.
please.
Real
He's on my
loyalty.
team. Come on, what the
I hear
hell?
you talking about loyalty now, right? You're talking a lot of loyalty
The guys
about
on,
Dillashaw
hey,
now,
guys
right?
on my team, the guy I brought up, I didn't know I was going to get
Now
stabbed
you're
in the
punking
back.
him. Oh, yeah, he stabbed you, right? You didn't do anything to him.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Not a damn thing.
Go ahead, next question.
Dano, so you can see this is a pretty intense rivalry. For you, do you feel this is one of the greatest rivalries in MMA history?
Yeah, they're 2 of the best in the division ever, and you know, this goes a long way. He won the first fight, he won the second fight, and this is the trilogy fight. And obviously, these 2 do not like each other, and these are fun fights when they happen.
Yeah. And Dana, as a Boston guy, there's been so much history here at the Fabulous Forum, some great rivalries, Celtics, Lakers, Bird, Magic. For you personally, what does it mean to hold a UFC event here in this
Yeah, it's awesome
building?
to be here. Not to mention the fact that over the last 16 years, we've traveled around the world. This is the nicest arena we've ever been to. I mean, backstage is ridiculous. What they've done here is incredible. It's going to be fun. We're happy to be here.
Hey, Dana, real quick to piggyback off that question. You've had events at Honda Centers. Why here? I mean, this facility is amazing, as you said. Why here now?
Well, you just answered your own question. I mean, the facility is amazing, and you know, we're doing some business with the Azovs, and you know, they've treated us unbelievably well. They wanted the UFC here, and the arena is ridiculously beautiful. The nicest rooms I've ever seen. You know, it's awesome. We're happy to be here, and they've been fantastic to us. So.
A question for you, Luke. You know, you're a very confident guy. Some people see that confidence as having too great of an ego. You know, is there a difference, really? Is there a way to be confident without coming off too cocky to some people? Do you even care if some people see you that way?
I think people have always been drawn away from confidence for some reason, that people are haters. They want to see you lose. Some people strive to achieve things, and some people strive to hate. You know, if you think something, the likelihood of it happening is very slim. If you believe in something, if you know something is going to happen, if you're confident in that situation, you will achieve things in life. That's how you overcome things. That's how you put yourself out there. You believe it, and you achieve it. And that's what I do. I know what I'm going to do. I know that I'm better than this.
Sounds like
I
the
know
worst
that I'm going to
self-help
knock
book
him out.
you've ever read. Conceive, believe, achieve. Shut the fuck up. Listen.
Yeah.
You're talking like you're like this dominant champion. You just won the belt. This is your first defense. It's not like you're Anderson Silva, who I just beat, by the way. Okay, this is your first defense. You're gonna lose the belt.
And
Just
watch
get
the
used to
difference.
it.
Watch the difference. What happens?
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll separate myself in the back. I'll
listen,
show
look,
you
everybody
and the
here
world that
knows
I'm that much
you won
better
the
than
first
you
fight.
and Anderson.
Everybody here knows you won the first fight. Congratulations. Good job. Every
Watch.
fight is different, my friend. Every fight is different. You know that.
Hey.
So, what? You got something to say? Finish your sentence. You said,
Disney,
hey.
you're just an
Finish
average
it.
bloke. You're just an average bloke.
Good use of English
I'm a
terminology.
fucking samurai. I'm gonna come in there
What the
silent,
fuck is
undetected,
this?
and I'm
A
gonna knock you
samurai,
out. I'm gonna make my
conceive,
kill,
believe,
and I'm gonna fucking
Stop
be
it.
out.
You're making a
I'll
fool
be
out
out on the
yourself.
next contract. Watch me.
All right, buddy. All right, listen. What are you gonna do?
Silent,
Kick?
undetected,
A left
done,
kick, a right
over,
hook. That's all
paid,
you got.
next.
So predictable. So predictable, buddy.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah,
right
go
hook,
ahead.
you're gonna see something completely different. I haven't even used my left leg this whole camp. I haven't grappled a bit, just to let you know. Come,
My God.
come get me.
Well, why did last time you turn into a wrestler all of a sudden?
I've been
trying to
boxing
take me
this
down?
whole camp.
You couldn't get near me. You couldn't get a glove on me. You had to come in, try and wrestle me, take me down, stick a headbutt on me while you're at it as well.
I didn't take you down.
know?
I didn't go for a
You tried to
takedown.
take me down. Don't lie.
No, clinch fighting
Don't
is
lie.
completely
Whatever.
different.
I can't wait for Saturday, guys.
Yeah,
I can't
you-
wait.
Michael,
I get to walk
It's gonna
in
be a short
on 2
night for
weeks'
you.
notice. I get to punch him in the face and become world champion at the same time. I am a happy man.
Yeah, Michael,
It's my destiny.
I actually wanted to ask you.
Yeah, it is. You just said, believe it, it will come real. It is my destiny. I believe, Luke. I believe.
Knowing something and making it happen. Watch.
I believe it, buddy.
Yeah.
Dreams do come true.
Believe it. You better work for it too.
Michael, I want to ask you something, though, something that we touched on yesterday. You were talking about the freedom, the liberty that you actually have on coming in on 2 weeks' notice,
Yeah.
and the fact that your body isn't worn down from a long camp, and you honestly, truly, at this point, have zero to lose. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I'm no one's fool. I know I'm the underdog at the bookies. I'm supposed to lose. I get that. When I train for a fight, it means so much to me. I work so hard, and I drive myself into the ground. I really do. I push myself 2-3 times a day. I diet like crazy. Therefore, yes, I'm in good shape by the end of it, but I lose strength. I lose explosive power. I lose all these things. I typically start a camp very strong, very explosive, throwing guys around, and I do lose that a little bit as the camp progresses. This time, I haven't had chance for that. I also haven't had chance for the emotional roller coaster. You go through a camp, you feel positive. You have a bad sparring session, you feel negative. There's been none of that. I've had great sparring, I feel strong, my body's not beat up, and you will see the evidence of that Saturday night, Dominic, not tomorrow.
And Dominic, I actually want to ask you a similar question.
Thanks, Bisping. Appreciate that.
Dominic, a similar question. I actually spoke with your mom a few minutes ago before this presser started. She said you've been in a great mood. If I'm not giving anything away, Suzanne, I'm sorry. But she said you've been in a great mood. So how does that affect you going into a fight? Are you a guy that needs to be a little bit angry to get in there and get your work done? Or does being in a good mood, is something new for you? Is it just because your body feels good?
No, I'm fine. I mean, it's normal. I feel good. I feel healthy. I put in the work. There's no reason to feel any other way. The work's done. I'll go on my instincts, and once my instincts and I'm locked in there in that octagon, I win every time, and I'm going to again.
Thanks.
Not every time.
Marcus Corval with MMA Net. Question for Uriah. TJ Dillashaw said that he's rooting for you in this fight. Have you spoken to him at all about being inside of his fight with Dom? And also, if Saturday night you win that fight, is it now time for a possible matchup?
I don't know if I believe that he's rooting for me in this fight. I don't really know whether to believe that guy sometimes. I mean, that's a nice gesture if he said that, but I'm focused on this fight. This is the guy I want to beat up. This is the guy that I'm thinking about. There's plenty of fights for me in the future, and TJ's, I'm sure, one of them, but Cruz is who I'm thinking about.
Question for Luke. You had some harsh words for the former heavyweight champion yesterday, Fabrice Verdum. Would you expand on that a little bit?
This is our fight. I don't really care to talk about him in his stupid face.
That's the only thing we agree on. It is a stupid face.
Question for Luke. Obviously, we know what happened in the second fight over here, Luke, to your left. We know what happened in the second fight that was televised, but can you concede now, a few years later, that Michael got the best of you in the first fight, or is that not true?
The second fight?
Well, no, the second fight was televised. The first fight, aka the sparring match.
Yes, so he says.
Is that
No, I
not
know, it's
true?
okay.
Michael says a lot of
Give the
things.
excuses.
He says-
Okay,
he
no,
says
it's
a
okay.
lot
I
of
got them.
things.
He was drinking red wine. He had a late night. He hadn't sparred for a while. He was hanging out with a chick. Is there any more? You didn't deny you made excuses. It's okay. I know it was sparring. You shouldn't tap and tell. You shouldn't talk about what happens in sparring. But I did. It's out there. I whooped your ass. You got me in the fight. I'll get you Saturday.
You beat me in that sparring session like you beat me in the first round in our real fight. What a real fight is. I fucking knocked you out and choked you out, and you still have the audacity to run your mouth.
Good for you. Good for you. Did you?
That
got
is the
me.
most amazing
I'm not-
thing about you, Bisbee.
Hey, I'm not denying it.
I know you
got
can't
me.
see
It's
straight,
in
but
the
you obviously can't think straight either.
It's in the record books, buddy. We know this. We know this, okay? You got me. I'm not denying that. Hey, the better man won on the night. I'm man enough to admit that. I really am. But guess what? I've wanted the rematch ever since. I haven't lost a fight since. I just beat the greatest of all time. Don't be so cocksure, buddy. Listen, I'm
greatest
taking
of
you
all
back.
time.
Knock
The
that
greatest
fucking
of all
look off your
time. I'll
face.
show you who the
I'm gonna
greatest
knock
is
that
right
fucking
now.
look off your face, pal. Believe you me. Believe you me. Look at you. You're not going to look so smug on Sunday, pal.
Hey.
When you're going back to the rest of your teammates that lost the belts.
Come forward and try.
You're all going to lose, AK, or
Come
all going to
forward
lose
and
all the
try.
belts. So fuck you.
Bisbee, I'm gonna close both those eyes for you. Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, anything else?
It's gonna be a while too. You're not gonna be able to open them.
Question for Michael.
Oh, all right. I just wanted to ask Michael one as well.
Yes,
Sorry
please.
about that, Simon. Before the Anderson Silva fight, you put a lot of pressure on yourself. You said this is a legacy fight. Your whole career, essentially, you know, it means nothing if you can't get by him and get that big win, and you did it. Is this a legacy fight now as well? Do you view this fight in the same light?
No. I wanted to fight Anderson Silva my entire career. He was the long-time champion, pardon me. And I always wanted to fight him. That was the guy that I looked up to, that I aspired to beat. You know, he was the long-time champion, so I always wanted that. That was a personal goal that I wanted to achieve. I don't think about this guy. I don't think about this asshole to my right. I haven't thought about him in years. When I was knocking guys out in the UFC, I don't know what he was doing.
Knocking
Nobody,
guys out?
Nobody knew his
Slow
name.
down, slow down.
I've got an
slow
80%
down.
finishing rate, buddy. But this isn't a guy that I think about, that I long for. Yes, I want to be the champion, but on Saturday, there is no opponent. There is no opponent. That's not important. It's about me fulfilling my dream. If I conceive and I believe, I will achieve on Saturday.
Your destiny.
Yes, my destiny.
Your legacy,
my
your
destiny,
destiny.
buddy. I just got to reach out and touch it. It's right there. Listen,
Yeah.
I've never been in a fight in the UFC with a belt on the line. This is my first one. I will take that belt from you, son. I will take that belt.
You'll do nothing.
Dana, you said originally that Jacare was the first call and he couldn't take this fight. But seeing what you're seeing right here, should Michael Bisping have been the first call?
Well, I was on the phone with Mike too at the same time. Mike knew that this was going on, and obviously I was talking to Luke too. So Mike was always.
Sorry to interrupt, but Luke didn't want the Jacare fight. He didn't
I
want it.
wanted
He
Mike.
chose me.
Hey,
He
I
chose. That's a real good way of saying I
Exactly.
turned it down. I chose you. So you didn't choose Jacare. Thought you were the big dog.
I was
Thought
waiting.
you were the big
hey,
swinging dick, man. You're the
Jacare
best in the
pulled out
world, buddy.
Jacare didn't
You're the
fight.
best, but I choose Bisping. Yeah, he's on a movie set. Let's pick him. Pick the easy fight. Picked wrong.
I chose you because an alligator don't speak English. An alligator got short arms. He ain't gonna pay the bill. You're a clown, man. You're gonna come pay the bill. You're gonna fight. I commend you because you will come fight. You do got balls, but you're gonna fall far short.
I've never turned down an opponent, and Dana will back me up on that. I've never said no to anyone, buddy. You've only been in the UFC 2 minutes. Granted, you're the champion, but you're already turning fights down. Come on, man. Get a grip. Supposed to be the world champion.
I didn't turn any fight down.
Anyone, anytime, any place.
Turn any
you
fight
said no.
down.
You chose me.
I already beat you.
All right,
and
buddy.
I already beat him.
You're
and
right,
I already
buddy.
beat everybody else.
Your career, your reputation is diminished. You already turned down Jacare. It's a good start to your...
I didn't turn down any fight.
You chose me.
Nah, I chose you. Exactly.
And just one last one for Dominic. Obviously a big storyline going into this last fight, especially leading up to it early on, was Faber talking about your physique and Dillashaw's physique, but he said that you sort of implicated yourself, that you should be in World's Dumbest Criminals because he was just talking about your physique. He wasn't talking about PED use or anything like that. Did you maybe misread his comments, or do you feel like he was really saying that you were on PEDs?
No, he was pointing fingers in certain directions. I didn't misread anything, and you know, cameras go off, and he tells you the truth. You guys just don't hear it. You know, he's talking about the guy that he's supposed to be loyal to behind his back.
Loyal
You
to
just know
who?
the truth.
Excuse
He's talking about being loyal to Dillashaw, and then he goes and the cameras turn off and points his finger at Dillashaw and says this guy was doing this. Well, he was training
This guy
underneath
looked like a
Faber the entire
preteen
time.
and you look like chubby fat?
Chubby fat or not, it doesn't matter. I mean,
Skinny
you're more
fat.
worried about my physique than you are about me beating you again and winning the title.
Yeah, I'm not worried about you
and
beating
winning
me.
the title.
I'm worried
and
about
that's what's
me
going to
beating
happen.
you.
While I was out for 4 years, if you're so good, why could you not come near this? 4 years I was gone and you didn't
Come
win
near.
it.
Hey, I'm right here, brother.
Yeah, now,
4
where were
years.
you for 4 years?
42 fights. I've been whooping
Where
dudes.
were you?
Where were you?
I was out there working
Yeah, you
as an
were
analyst.
good,
I
good
retired.
You were working. Yeah,
I
you-
retired. And I came back and won the belt against the guy that you were too scared to face because you know you can't beat
Comedy.
him. And you still don't want to talk about him. Anytime it's brought up, you run and divert the energy to some other question. You refuse to answer
care
or ask
what the
about
hell
it.
you think
Somebody
about
else
that.
asked
You
him
have
because he
no
won't talk
clue
to me
about
about it. He won't tell the truth why he wouldn't face that guy, but now he's willing to throw him under
You
the
want
bus.
to know the truth? Want me to tell you right now?
Why wouldn't you fight him?
Because I brought him up from the very inception of the sport until him winning the championship, and he was on my team, and I trained with him every single day. Then he left the team, no longer on my team. You see the difference, you dummy?
He's not on your team, so why wouldn't you fight for the belt? That's what matters. That's where the money's at.
Did you just hear what I said? I'm a loyal guy. He's not. That's his deal.
You don't sound very loyal now when you're talking about him.
He's not even
Your
my friend. I don't.
So he's your
I
friend
have
or he's not?
friends.
Which is it?
Absolutely not. I have friends. I have friends that are built
He
through.
hasn't been your friend for a while, and you still moved out of the division to dodge
What do
him.
you care about my life so much? Why
I
don't
don't
you
care
mind
about your
your
life.
own
The
fucking
point I'm
business?
trying to make is, if you're so good, why didn't you
You're
get the
sitting at
belt?
home injured just thinking about me. You're like a stage 5 clinger. Thank God you're not a girl. You'd be the worst,
How am
bro.
I the stage 5 clinger? You're the one waiting for me to come back so you can get a shot.
Waiting, making cash, cashing checks.
Sitting around waiting.
Am I waiting? Fighting the
Not
best
fighting
in the world?
the best, dodging the
Is
best,
Frankie
moving
Edgar not
out.
the best in the world?
Okay, yeah, and he beat
Oh,
you the same way I beat you.
yeah.
He beat you exactly
Yeah,
the
in a-
same way
in
I
a-
beat
in
you.
a close
You
fight.
fought him off your back like this, looking up at him while he's
Watch
beating you
that
up.
fight again, Mr. Analyst. I was not on my back.
I'm the
You got
best
one
analyst there
takedown.
is in this, and I did watch it. And
Whoa,
you got
whoa,
schooled.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey,
I
hey,
disagree.
You admitted it.
I've got a
You
sexy
admitted it.
accent.
You're the
Bisping.
best
You
in the
admitted
world
it.
right now. Saturday, you're no longer the best. You're going
I'm
to be
the
the
best at
second
both.
best, and then you're probably going to get knocked out by Cody No Love or one of my other guys.
No, come on.
Dude,
your guys are just
I'm
riding your
gonna
coattails, and all you're doing is building them up. They're paying you to manage them, and that's the only reason they get anything at all.
Cody Garbrandt is a heart of gold. He's a fucking killer. He would smash you. He's going to smash everyone else. It's going to be
Well,
me and
he
him
won't
at the
get
best.
a shot because
And I'm gonna go
you don't want to fight
Conor.
him.
I'm
I'll
gonna
fight
beat him
any
up.
of them. I'll fight all the guys you're scared to face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You
Well,
won't fight
hey,
your
try
own
to stay
teammates. I'll
healthy
fight
first,
anybody. I am
and then
healthy.
talk
I'm
about
right
fighting
here.
people.
I'm right here,
You
and I'm
fought
healthy.
3 guys in the last 4 years.
So what? I beat them all, and I
So
beat the best in the division.
Barely.
Yeah, I wasn't very
duh,
close
duh.
fighting back in '78. UFC '78 when I won it in a minute. That wasn't close.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. So don't say it was. Don't say it wasn't. Don't say I can't go out there and beat people because I did. I beat him in a minute. I smashed him.
Who?
And that was after 3 years off.
Who?
Takaya Mizugaki.
Oh. Hey, much
And then I
respect to
beat your
Kevin
boy
Zagaki.
that
I
you
love
didn't want to
Zagaki.
face. Again.
Did I not tell you the fucking story?
Yeah, you did, but you still didn't face him. So why do I
Go
gotta?
analyze
I go
the
in there and
story
do what
and come back
I go
to
in
the
and did what
conference.
you didn't want to.
Go analyze the story and come back to the conference. You're a dumbass.
Next
Man, he's
question.
using cuss words.
Somebody else have a question?
Must
Yeah,
have
I've
get
got-
under his skin.
I've got a question.
There
Question
you
for
go.
Michael
I
Bisping.
like to cuss.
Hold on, guys.
Sorry,
Simon.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, question for Mike. Obviously, you live over here in California now, so this is a local event for you. But you're a born and bred Brit,
Yes.
and you've got a nation of MMA fans back home who are going to be staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning, or beyond 3 o'clock in the morning, to watch you fight for the world title and potentially become the first Brit to ever win a UFC world title. How does that make you feel?
You know, I've said this all along. The support of the UK people are part of the reason I'm sitting here right now. I have a flag in my hotel room completely covered in messages from the UK public wishing me well. I'm truly honoured and humbled by the support that I've had for them. Of course, I live out here in the States, and, you know, it's a pleasure to be here, guys, and I love living here, but yes, my heart is in the UK. I want to go out there, represent myself, do the best for my family, obviously represent my country at the same time as well. It's always been my dream to be the first UK champion. I believe I can do it. All bullshit aside, I know you're a very tough individual, Luke. I'm not underestimating you, and credit where credit's due. But that aside, I believe in myself, and fingers crossed I'll get the job done and bring that belt back to England.
And a question for Dana, if I can. If you could just speak to the importance that Michael has had for the UFC, growing the sport over in the UK and in that part of the world.
No, he's been massive. You know, when he was on that season of The Ultimate Fighter, you know, and we would go back to Manchester and London and do the fights back there with him headlining. It was impressive, and he's done a great job in helping us build, not just in the UK, but all of Europe.
Question for...
I want to appreciate all the UK fans that have wished me well to whoop Michael's ass too.
You know what? It's funny because
God knows I'm getting a lot of those
American
messages too
Hey,
on
dude,
Twitter.
The American fans are cheering me on. I think I'm going to get a bigger cheer than you on Saturday because they all see a smug asshole, just like I do, just like all these people do.
Keep trying to flip the script and try to go out on a better light, because this is your swan song.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
You're trying to go. Trying
Take
to go.
a bigger man
I like.
than you
I like the way you're
get
trying to
rid
put
of this
yourself
bad
out of this
smell.
business.
I'll tell you that, buddy.
Hey.
A question for Uriah Faber. Uriah, if you could expound on your comments that you made a second ago about possibly moving up for a super fight with Conor McGregor. You mentioned the fact that Cody Garbrandt now is a rising star within the Team Alpha Male camp. If you win the title off of Dominic Cruz, what would you see the timetable of your reign being? Would you imagine defending the title once or twice before, if everything goes well, Garbrandt would have a title shot and maybe you would consider super fight at that point?
You know, I'm terrible at looking into the future. I'm a now guy. I'm living in the moment. You know, I actually like Conor. He's got a mouth on him. I love talking back and forth with him. He's got some wit about him. He's got a weakness for Northern California fighters, and he's got a weakness in his submission game. We know that. He's a powerful dude. Come back to, stay away from boxing, Conor. I mean, not that he can't do great over there, but this is the sport he loves. This is the sport he's been training for. There's a couple big fights, and I've told these guys before, look, I've been in this sport a long time. I've fought the guys that didn't do anything for me, didn't move the needle a bit, didn't even, people weren't excited for it. I was having trouble getting excited for it. I fought those guys because that's what was given to me, and I've never turned down a fight. I've never pushed away a fight.
You did turn down a fight.
I want the fights that matter.
You will continue to turn down.
And I don't know what that timetable looks like. And I've told these guys at the UFC brass that I want the big fights, the fights that's going to put money in their pockets and turn money in my pockets and staple me as one of the best of all time. And beating Dominic Cruz is a step in that direction, but it's just the beginning.
And one for Dominic Cruz, if I can. In the years that have passed since your second meeting with Uriah Faber, as you've gone through that fight in your mind, knowing that at some point you probably would meet for a third time, have you updated that game plan as the years have passed, or has it always been the same blueprint for fighting Faber as you've watched his career continue?
No, it's the same stuff. He fights exactly the same. He's big shots at a time, one at a time, goes for submission, conserves his energy while he's looking for the finish. He's looking for the finish, but when he doesn't get it, he's got nothing else. So he's going to miss. He's often. I'm going to connect often. I'm going to pick him apart and beat him, and he's not going to have the belt. He thinks he will, just like he thought last time. I was better than him then, and I'm still better than him now. Even after I was gone for 3 years and he had all these fights, it doesn't matter.
I wish I could sit around and just work out all day.
Oh yeah, it was so hard to work. Yeah, I worked out so much with blown out knees. Yeah,
that's got to be rough.
You have no idea
sitting
what it
around
was.
as a professional fighter, not fighting your whole time.
I wasn't. I stopped. I was retired.
Yeah, I know you stopped.
Yeah, and then I still came back, and you're still
still
trying to
come back?
fight me
What
for the
else
belt.
are you gonna do?
How sad is that? This whole time, you were
sad?
competing while I was out, and I came back and get the belt while you were competing. That's sad, man.
Notice he's not saying touch the belt. He perved out on Fox Sports 1 the other day. Watch
like
that
this.
with Karen Bryant.
Like this.
He keeps talking about how he's been touching
Look,
the belt.
he's like a little
some sort of
kid.
pervert.
That's why he's a
Pick up
California
the belt like
kid.
a man.
What?
Pick up the belt like a man. Don't be touching the belt, you little weirdo.
Oh, I held it in front of you like a
creepy
man
little
while you
hands.
couldn't reach it. You're gonna be reaching for it with your T-Rex arms.
He's got 1.5 inches on me, Mr. Stilts over here. Very impressive.
I'll bring a soapbox for you to talk on when we weigh in, all right? That way you can look at me in the eyes like a man.
I'm the perfect height. Don't worry about that.
You and your close eyes.
Question for Bisping. Luke said you top his list of most annoying fighters he's faced. You've had a few verbal disputes with fighters. Where's he on your list?
Yeah, listen. Of course, I'm the top of his list. I'm an annoying bastard when I want to be. I'm well aware of that. To be honest, I have no ill will towards this guy. I look at him, he doesn't make me mad. I've matured over the years. I've grown up. I realized in the past I would get too emotional, and sometimes that would work. Other times it was to my detriment. So I look at this guy now, I'm indifferent. I wish him all the best. He's a great fighter. All this shit, right? Whatever. Say nice things about him. I just got to win this fight. I know he won the last one. I get a chance to go at it again, and I get to correct the records, and I get to get the belt. So for me, it's about me. It's about my journey. It's about trying to be the champion after all this time in the UFC. So Luke is just the opponent. I have no ill will against him. He doesn't bother me. He really doesn't. He's a little dim, in the head. So he doesn't get to me in the slightest.
And a question for Dana as well. Is this the most entertaining press conference you've been to so far?
Well, I knew this one was going to be pretty good. When you get guys that are, I mean, Faber and Cruz is next level, but, these two, I knew it would be a good conference. Yeah, I knew it would be good.
Dominic, Luke, both of you have a championship belt in front of you, but these fights don't feel like it's about the title. It feels like it's about the rivalry. What matters to you more, solving the rivalry or retaining your belts?
Paycheck. Building up a nice, beautiful paycheck and putting a nice cap on it and giving you guys something special. That's what all I'm about, is putting some pad in my pocket and giving you guys something spectacular to watch. And that's what you're going to get.
I had a great fight my last fight for the title, and the guy just didn't want to talk. Faber just never shuts up. So I knew that he would just sit up here and at least run his mouth. And it would be interesting for me to embarrass him. But the biggest thing is, it put a bad taste in my mouth having to pull out of that fight from injury, and here I am healthy again. And it's just nice to be able to get this fight and do it, make it happen finally.
Question for Luke. Luke, first title defense. Do you feel that you can go on a run in this division and reign for a long time like Anderson Silva did?
I don't see myself losing anytime soon. I got a lot of things, a lot of goals, a lot of
course,
fights.
I'm supposed to jump in here,
We'll see who shows up.
and say yes, you are on Saturday night. But good for you. He's supposed to have that confidence. Well done, good for you. You're on another level, but you're turning down Jacare.
I've been dealing with a knee injury. I'm not gonna lie, this whole camp. But I don't pull out of fights. I fight through injuries. I don't care what the circumstances are. I tore my MCL. I haven't grappled this whole camp.
After the fight,
I just started kicking last week. You got
I
to switch
told you
opponents
my knee's
on
bad.
2 weeks'
I
notice.
tore my meniscus.
Listen.
What's with the insurance policy, buddy?
I don't
What's with
care
the
about
backup
insurance
plan?
policy. I don't need an insurance policy to beat your ass. I don't need a knee. I don't need to walk. I'll crawl in that cage.
Stop telling everybody
and I'll
about your
still
injuries then.
whoop your ass.
All right, well, we'll see, won't we?
Watch.
We'll see,
Come
buddy.
try to grapple. Come try to do anything. I've been
I'm not
boxing
going to
this
try
whole
and grab
camp,
it.
and that's
Conor
all I
McGregor
need.
already did that. I'm going to take it from you on Saturday night, mate. I'm going to meet you in the center
Come
of the octagon.
give me
I'm
everything
gonna back
you
you up
got.
against the fence. I'm going to smash
You're
your pretty
gonna
little face
come
in,
forward
boy.
and you're gonna fall face down.
Yeah, all right, we'll see.
Michael, quick question for you. As you have accomplished so much in the sport, but going for your first UFC title, just outside of Hollywood, would this be the true Hollywood ending to your career?
Huh. Well, it's not going to be the ending, but it would be, I guess, because it's near Hollywood, you could say that. I've had my ups and downs throughout my career, thank you. I've had a great career, but I've came close to this several times, and guys were on performance-enhancing drugs, they were on TRT, things like that. So, I lost those fights fair and square, but there was mitigating circumstances. Now with the new era of USADA, things are a little bit different, and the playing field is level. That said, this guy beat me fair and square. I'm not saying, drugs or steroids, none of that stuff. He beat me fair and square. I know that. I admit that. I'm man enough to say that. I'm also man enough to go after the guy that beat me on 2 weeks' notice, okay? And that says something about the size of my balls compared to you turning down fucking Jacare when you've had a full camp. What the fuck, man?
Jacare turned down the fight. I never turned it down. You were left, and that's what I had, and that's what we worked with.
One more question. Who's got it? We're good? No more questions? See you Saturday night. Thank you guys for coming. We'll get this stuff out of here. I'll square them off for photo ops.
Luke just won't shut up, and now we're gonna fight.
You don't fight the best.
Are you not the best? I fought you twice.
And you lost.
Not every time, Dom. Check the record, bud.
Listen, I'll knock that smug look off your face, son. I'm gonna beat him to the punch, and my hand will be raised.
I will stop Michael Bisping, and he's gonna be on the floor.
Faber, he's just trash to me.
I'm gonna whoop you, dude.
You're out of your
I'm
mind.
built for battle.
I'm a better fighter.
You fool.
Come get it and see what you're made of.
Luke just won't shut up, and now we're gonna fight.
You don't fight the best.
Are you not the best? I fought you twice.
And you lost.
Not every time, Dom. Check the record, bud.
Listen, I'll knock that smug look off your face, son. I'm gonna beat him to the punch, and my hand will be raised.
I will stop Michael Bisping, and he's gonna be on the floor.
Faber, he's just trash to me.
I'm gonna whoop you, dude.
You're out of your mind.
I'm built for battle.
I'm a better fighter.
You fool.
Come get it and see what you're made of.